podcast listeners, Joe C here. Are you digging all the music talk and want to see what my band, The Fallen Electric, has in store? Check us out at thefallenelectric.com for all news, show dates, and contact information. Also, be sure to listen to our album, Never Seen the World, available on all digital music stores and streaming apps. It's time to get electrified.
Let's just go and waste some time on what was recreated.
And we're back. Josh.
Wow. All right. Cut that real quick.
Yeah, fuck that. You down for some sports, dude?
Hell yeah.
Here we go. Sports with Josh.
What's up, brothers? We're going to talk some sports.
Oh, God damn it. So, Dodgers and Milwaukee is they're still tied 1-1. They're top of the sixth, 2 outs, 1 on first.
And Pedro Baez is not blowing this. So, you know what? I'm happy right now, but my anxiety level is very high. Yeah. So, I'm not enjoying this.
By the time this thing airs on Thursday, they'll be on their way back to Milwaukee. And
hopefully we have the lead.
I think by then I'll have either a couple of anxiety attacks or I'll be very happy. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now, we may even have an anxiety attack in the next 3 innings. 3 innings. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. But yeah, speaking of Dodgers, you have the games coming up. You have the game coming up on Thursday, or actually, no, not on Thursday. Thursday is going to be a travel day,
right?
So the games are going to be. The next game will be on Friday, and that's going to be Wednesday, Friday, and then
if they need to,
maybe Saturday. Saturday would be Game 7, and Friday would actually be in Milwaukee. It's going to be at 7:30 on Fox Sports 1 for anybody that's going to be looking for the show. The actual game. You could probably find it at Buffalo Wild Wings, your local places, but get out there, guys. And
I saw it on Facebook yesterday.
Yeah, support them, man. Support them. The tickets are actually fairly cheap. Caesar, you said the tickets were cheap right now?
$22 right now.
Yeah, so guys, if you guys can go. This is... I've been to a few playoff games before. I went to the NLCS game when they clinched it against the Cubs with Manny Wood. Yeah. That was awesome. I was right there behind home plate.
Did you get yourself some dreads?
Oh, no, unfortunately I didn't. My dad was too cheap. He didn't want to give me that. I got a nice towel, though. Nice. It was awesome.
Did you get the shirt that says, "She wants the D"?
No, I had the one with the uterus picture on
it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not you to you. It's you to us.
We'll see what happens, though. But did you guys see the Red Sox game? Recently,
the American League is pretty exciting these days too.
The LCS, the Red Sox are just blowing away the Astros right now. They beat the Astros, as of recording today, 8-2. Yes. They have the lead right now, I believe 2-1. Game 4 is going to be, as on Wednesday, and then Game 5 is actually going to be the Thursday game. So that's probably going to be the deciding game, and I think the Red Sox are going to take it. What do you guys think?
They're the team to beat, whoever gets to the World Series, I think.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're doing really well.
Mario, what do you think?
I think the Astros aren't done yet. They're super good.
They have that magic.
They're too good.
Yeah. They just have that. Soon. They have that weird magic.
They're out of this world.
Alex Bregman, that their third baseman, I don't know what the hell is up with that guy right now. He's just on fire, and even when we played him last year in the World Series, I hated him. Him and George Springer. I hate George Springer. George Springer, I cannot stand. I will forever have a hate for that guy for what he did to us last year in the World Series. And I really do hope we kind of catch the Astros again in the World Series.
Revenge.
Because I want revenge. But you know what? I would enjoy a Red Sox-Dodgers.
I think that's more compelling, right? Red Sox Dodgers.
They're saying that's more of the market appeal.
Yeah.
Totally.
Everyone wants to see those two markets.
East Coast,
East Coast, West Coast, and I think it would be the first Dodgers Red Sox World Series.
Really?
Yeah.
Would it?
Yeah, it would be the first time that they ever met in the.
Have you done your research on that?
No, we don't do research on the show.
We just do conjecture. Yeah. We just give false facts. Fake news here.
We just talk shit and then we'll correct it in the following podcast. That's our style.
But I'm really hoping we see that at some point. So we'll see what happens with that. In other news, the NBA is actually back, guys. As of recording today, the first games were the Sixers against the Celtics and the Thunder against the Thunder against the Warriors. So right now the Celtics beat the Sixers 105-87. And it's the return with Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. So they're actually looking pretty good. They're a little scary in my opinion. Do you guys watch NBA? You guys Lakers fans?
But can I backtrack a little bit to the MLB?
Go for it.
Did you hear the news today that the LA Angels, they opted out of their contract?
Oh.
So the rumor is they're going to go to Vegas probably.
What?
Yes. Boom, I dropped the bomb on you guys.
No.
So what they're going to use? So it's going to be like Raiders and the A's where they share the fucking stadium.
Those are opposite fan bases, by the way.
Right.
Oh,
and the
man.
Raiders are going to play on a diamond field again.
Well, they're already used to it. They're already used to
And that's
it.
coming from a Raider fan. Yeah, but that's a rumor
Oh
right now.
my
That's a
God!
rumor.
Wow, that's a bombshell. A lot of Angels fans
They're
that
looking
listen
for
to this.
I didn't think we were going to talk Raiders today. I got a theme song for the Raiders. There we go.
And to go back
Can't
to continue with
Sorry,
sports.
Sorry about that.
I fact checked myself, Mario. So
Fair enough.
in 1916, the Red Sox beat the Brooklyn Robins, the then called Dodgers, in the World Series.
Robins?
The Robins. They used to be called the Brooklyn Robins.
Wow.
So technically, yes, they did play in a World Series in 1916.
But there wasn't the Dodgers, though.
Technically, it became it was the only. Come on, dude. Brooklyn Dodgers is the only Brooklyn team.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Shut me up.
Sure did. Sure did.
right.
So the Lakers, I don't know if you guys said you weren't really basketball fans. But the first Laker game is going to be on Thursday. They're actually going to play the Trailblazers in Portland. It's going to be on TNT at 7:30. So Chuck, do you watch any Lakers or anything?
Oh, Michael Jordan's a thing, right?
Not anymore.
Are we talking about Haynes?
No. Let me tell you something. I cannot stand. Okay, Mr. Fish. All right, this fucking prick cut me. Okay, I was so into basketball, and I was actually a Trailblazers fan. Terry Porter, Kevin Duckworth, Jerome Kersey, Clyde the Glide, right? He even broke my wrist, and I had a Trailblazers cast, right? So I used to be a bro, and I was all into basketball. And this fucking prick had freshman basketball tryouts. Obviously, I wasn't good enough to make it, but he didn't even show up for the tryouts, and he cut me. So fuck you, Mr. Fish, you asshole. And a couple years ago, yeah, fuck him. And a couple years ago, he got busted. He used to coach at South Hills. He got busted for allowing the girls softball team to haze people. So you get what you deserve, Mr. Fish. I hope you listen to this.
Damn.
You're a dick.
Dang.
And
Wait. How were they hazing people, though?
I don't know. I read it in the paper.
Wow.
But no,
This got real.
Sorry, LeBron James is the thing, right?
Yeah,
He's got
LeBron
a Bill
James.
Bucket.
Right. Yeah.
So I have this argument. My friend's from Chicago, right? And he says Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I get it. He's probably number 2, right? Because I think Dr. J is the greatest of all time because he changed the game, right?
That is true.
And he always argues with me, this fucking prick. He always argues with me and says, okay, Dr. J changed the game, but Michael Jordan perfected it. I'm like, no,
He didn't
he did
perfect
it.
it.
That's what he says, right? But I don't know. I think Dr. J is the best. Plus, he had a cool nickname.
You see, Michael had his own greatness. He had his own, he
was the Jimi Hendrix of basketball. He changed the fucking game.
Everyone puts him on a pedestal because of that perfect record in the NBA Finals, the 6-0. That's what everyone looks at. But in my opinion, I think it's Kareem. You got to think about the captain.
Skyhook.
Yeah, the skyhook.
Kareem is next level.
Kareem is next level. That guy still holds the point total right now. I mean, the only other guy that's going to catch him is LeBron. But unfortunately, LeBron does not have those chips. He doesn't. He has more L's than he does, the rings. Yeah. And that's what's going to kind of hover over him. But you cannot. I think that a lot of people keep overlooking Kareem because of people like James and Jordan. And I think the only reason why people gravitate towards them is because they're more polarizing. Yeah. They're polarizing figures as opposed to Kareem. Kareem didn't like talking to anybody. He hated the press.
And also about when
that's true.
the era in which they played.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly. Like Kareem was very much of an activist. You know, he changed his name for God's sakes. You know, he
Still
was,
is.
You know, yeah. I mean, it was Lou Alcindor changed it. You know, Lou Alcindor, and then he became Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, at the same time as Muhammad Ali. You know, Cassius Clay became Muhammad Ali. You know, I mean, he was a part of that era. And yeah, that makes sense, you know, especially him not wanting to talk to the press. Even now, like, he's kind of like an old curmudgeon. Like, if you see him around, it's kind of funny. Like, a lot of the basketball players know, like, dude, don't fuck with Kareem. Like, Kareem will talk shit to you if he has a chance. So, I mean...
So, who's top 5 then? Kareem?
I say Kareem. It goes Kareem. It goes...
That's a bold statement, by
LeBron,
the way, man.
me.
If you talk to anybody.
Oh, I know.
Kareem.
That is a... That,
I fully support you, Josh.
Oh, thank you. See, got one.
Just takes one believer.
Yeah, I mean, my Mount Rushmore, as they say, you know, as they call it, you know, it's Kareem. I have Magic. I have Michael. And, I mean, for me, it's Kobe.
It's Kobe,
right?
I have
grew
Kobe.
up with it.
I mean, he's my Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant's my guy.
Yes, sir.
You know who's the best? I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
Don't fucking argue with
Okay,
me. All
okay.
right. Don't put 2 beers.
If
and
you
some whiskey in me.
you say Clyde Drexler,
He was smooth. He was smooth.
The show, everybody.
He was smooth.
Never go see the Soaring Blackbirds.
No.
I'd like to thank you guys for coming on.
Shut the fuck up. I'll tell you why, okay?
Okay.
Because you got to have the biggest pair of balls to do this. Get busted with a hooker and then come play the second half. James Worthy. Hands down. Hands down. And she was transvestite too, right?
I would say he's
Yeah.
I would
Number
say
one in my book.
He's an unsung hero. The Lakers' unsung hero.
He came running into halftime. Shameful.
And
Shameful.
He's still
Shameful.
baller on TV. There you go. He's like Marv Albert, man. Marv Albert still has a job, and that guy bit a hooker. He got
Did
caught.
he really?
He got caught for biting a hooker.
He's not the first.
He's not the first.
He's not the last.
yeah.
And then what's his name got busted and they fired, right? Warren Sapp, right? Because those those hoes tried to screw him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I ain't paying you. And they fired him, man. Messed up.
Always trying to keep a brother down.
Ridiculous. Them hoes were trying to screw him. All right. He paid them, and then they wanted more money. Come on now.
It's the man. It's the man.
It's a verbal contract. You can't break a verbal contract.
So everyone look out for that Lakers at Trailblazers.
Holy shit.
Look out for that Lakers at Trailblazers at TNT.
Bring it full circle.
There you go.
I'm dizzy.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
This just
That's
keeps
not America. That's not even Mexico.
Wow, this just keep getting away from me. It's like that dog on the leash. Once he's gone, I can't get him back.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
All right, so to finish it off, I want to talk about some foosball. Something you guys may not know, or I don't know if you guys know, that we do football pick'em, amongst the podcast. So as of right now,
So we got, for you guys' knowledge, there's myself, there's Josh, and then we got the Foo and Steph. And we all have this whole thing going on, and the Foo and Steph, I don't even know why they bother anymore.
Yeah, last week I actually had a perfect record with all of my football picks.
Really?
Yep, I picked every single one of them perfectly. Joe C ended up with 3 and 2. He got 3 out of his 5 picks right.
I made the mistake of picking the Raiders.
Yep, you sure did, buddy.
Sorry, Caesar.
You sure did.
Sorry, brother.
That happens to all of us.
Sorry, man. Hey, you know what? Hey, same thing like his Raiders made the mistake of signing John Gruden to 10 years.
Here we go.
10 years. How you like that?
Give him 2 more years. We're still building.
By the way,
I guess. I thought you guys were done.
I maintain since the beginning of this podcast, the Raiders are the best clothing line that happens to have a football team.
Sure are, man.
In the history of mankind.
You know what? They even have their own apparel store right there on
I
LA
love it.
City.
I fucking love it.
Yes, he sure made the mistake of picking the Raiders. And also, you know what? The Foo made the same mistake, but that's because he is a Raider fan.
He's a
So,
Raider fan. Right.
He has to.
I was on Team Foo for a week.
You were.
I
and
didn't like it.
you learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson.
Sure learned your lesson, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
So right now, as the standings go, I am 12 and 4. Joe C is 11 and 5 in his picks, and then the Foo and Steph are both 9 and 7 right now. in their
That's
picks.
pretty close.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty
it's,
good.
it's still pretty tight. So you know what? This week I decided to kind of spice it up a little, and instead of 5 games, I bumped it up all the way to 7.
No,
So I got 7 games we're going to pick. So that way we
Got
can
more
kind
failure.
of, have more different, variance between all of us. Meaning, I want to go undefeated again and go 7-0. So,
So I understand everybody's already picked but me.
yes. So this is all going to be your picks. I will tell you after you've made your pick.
What everybody
everyone
else got?
picked. Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
So let me, the first game I picked was the Titans versus the Chargers. And so for the line, for any of you guys
Titans.
that are better. Wow, really? All right.
Chargers at home, man.
Yeah, I know.
Very
right?
scientific.
Well, is it really at homes if there's still more?
That Chargers game is never at home these
Hey,
days.
did you guys
Right?
see that Junior
Going back to San
Seau
Diego.
documentary?
Oh, no, I wanted to see that. That
Watch
360.
it. Pretty sad. Pretty sad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's good.
Just being a downer today.
Yeah, I am,
aren't
dude.
you?
Sorry.
It's all good, man. It's all
Mr.
good.
Fish's fault. Fuck
Well,
him.
again, for those of you who are betters, the line is the Chargers minus 6.5. So you would bet the Titans plus 6.5. So the Titans got to beat 6.5. Have 7 or higher and win the game for you to win money. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the Foo picked the Chargers, Steph picked the Chargers, and I picked the Chargers. So you're really gonna lose out on that one, buddy.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, then the next
I'm
game I
okay with
picked
this.
is the Patriots and the Bears. So this is actually
Bears.
Hey. The 85 Bears, right?
the Bears.
Except for president.
How many heart attacks is that for you now, Bob? It's about a baker's dozen there, Bob. Well, I picked the Bears as well, but the Foo and Steph both picked the Pats. And the line for that is going to be minus 3.5. So usually when it's minus 3.5, it kind of goes either way. Like that means it's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah.
So,
I think the Pats are due for a loss. I'm going to go with the Bears on this one.
Okay. You know what? I think the Bears defense is actually pretty good.
I think they're going to overcome the Pats.
They have
Sure.
they have a good defensive end. Where
Here
did
we
he come
go.
from? Where did he come from? Yeah, he just
shut
came
up.
out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere.
By the way, how good was that Patriots game this last Sunday?
Oh man,
That was-
that was crazy.
oh.
I got a funny story to tell about that. So, the Foo, he has 4 players from the Chiefs on his fantasy football team, and so this last Sunday he was playing my dad in the fantasy football matchup. So my dad was beating him by I believe it was 70 points, and he has the Foo has Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, the kicker, and the defense. And the kicker posted close to 20 points in the game, which is extreme for a kicker. He had 4 field goals and 4 extra points, and then his quarterback put up 37 points, and then his tight end put up 7.
Dang.
So the Foo ended up tying with my dad. And so whenever he goes to a tie,
I am shocked and appalled.
That's the Raider season.
yeah. Oh man. Hey, you said it. It wasn't me this time. Oh yeah, Chris Taylor. Woo.
Dodger game, everybody.
So when it goes to a tie in fantasy football, it then goes to what your bench is scored. And so the Foo's bench actually outscored my dad by 5 points. So my dad calls me today. He's like, motherfucking God fucking damn it. I was like, oh, Foo. I was like, oh, man. Yeah, my dad was not happy today, I should say. But I digress. Yeah, so the Bears game is actually going to be good. I actually picked the Bears, so we'll see what happens. Next game, it's the Eagles and Panthers. Eagles minus 4.5. So the Eagles are favored in this game. Foo, what do you pick?
Let's see. Eagles and who again?
Panthers.
Panthers.
In Carolina.
In Carolina. I do like the Eagles. I do like what they're doing these days. But I'm going to go ahead and just go with the Eagles again. Yeah.
Well, the Foo picked the Panthers,
Okay.
and me and Steph picked the Eagles, and I picked the Eagles, obviously,
All right,
since I am an Eagles
cool.
fan.
So it's not a wash.
No, it's not a wash.
Good.
So you're keeping up.
All right.
All right. So then the next game I picked was the Texans and Jags. So
Jags.
Yeah. All right. Makes sense. Say no more. Say no more.
All right.
Yeah, the Jags are actually I think they're gonna fucking destroy that Houston Texans offensive line. I mean,
What did everybody else pick on that one?
the Foo picked the Texans, and then I picked the Jags, and Steph picked the Jags.
Okay.
So the Foo looks like he's lost out on that one too.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
And you guys have an opinion on that? Do you guys watch football? I mean, I know you watch.
First year fantasy.
Uh-huh.
On one, I'm 5-1. That's a $50 one, and then the second one, I'm 2-3.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm all right.
All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hopefully
It's still early.
Yeah, it's early. It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Barry Sanders is the thing, right?
Yeah. He was.
what?
Sure was.
Rodney Pete, Barry Sanders.
Rodney,
Right, that's the thing?
Yeah, they were.
Cool,
You're hitting on numbers.
Cool. I like the Lions.
There you go. Oh,
He does.
sorry.
I do like the Lions.
Well, you got Barry Sanders right. There you go.
Rodney Pete too.
I heard he defaced his his fucking leatherhead helmet. No? All right.
Yeah. You,
All
can,
right.
you can get out.
Everybody fuck off.
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
So the next game I picked was the Saints versus the Ravens, and the line is Baltimore favored -2.5.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to go with
Ravens?
Baltimore, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So then pretty much all of us picked the Ravens.
That's a wash.
Yeah, so that one's a wash.
Okay.
Does Drew Brees have a face you want to punch or what?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It looks like somebody already did.
I mean, I like him. But you just look like you want to.
Is that
I
fucked up
don't
to
like
say?
that guy, man. I don't like him either, man.
Man, you just want to punch everyone today. Huh?
Chuck, you're very angry today. Is there anything we can do to help?
It's a
We'll
whiskey.
get you
man.
another
It's the
beer.
whiskey.
It's got to be the whiskey.
It's got to be.
That's true.
So the next game I picked was the Giants versus the Falcons, and it's the Falcons favored -5.5.
Well, how did the Giants do this last week?
They got their asses kicked
Yeah,
by the
didn't they?
Eagles. Yes, they did. They sure
Yeah,
did.
they're not
buddy.
looking great. So
Nah.
I'm not going to go with them.
All
I'm
right.
going to go with the
The
Falcons.
Falcons?
Yeah.
Okay, that one's pretty much a wash too.
Okay,
'cause we all-
everybody else agrees with that.
Pretty much agrees. Yeah, the Giants don't look good. They do
No,
not.
everybody's pissed off at
Eli.
Eli.
Yeah, you know what? On Bleacher Report, I don't know if you guys are on that website. They posted up a little cartoon where it's like the making of a murderer, but it's Eli Manning being the murderer. And it starts off with like Odell Beckham in like the phone booth calling the police, saying there's been a murder.
Oh no!
It's pretty good. Like these cartoons are pretty funny. Yeah, it's not looking good for them right now. He's got to go. He's just got to go. And then
They might start benching him, dude. They might.
Who do they got? They don't got anybody
I
behind them.
know, but maybe
Josh, what are
that's
you
the reason
doing
why
on
they
Sunday?
have it.
Well,
That's all
yeah.
you-
What am I doing on Sunday? I mean, shit, I'm about to get killed if I'm going to go in for the fucking Giants. No, thank you.
Well,
But, I mean, anyway, the last game I picked was the Chiefs versus the Bengals. And that's Kansas City's favored -6.5.
the Kansas City is favored. You know what, man? I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Go with the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
That
a
new
fucking wash,
new
too.
quarterback they have, he's pretty good, man.
Oh, yeah,
he's
Patrick
real good,
Mahomes.
yeah.
I mean, his dad.
Out of nowhere.
His dad was a baseball player, Patrick Mahomes Sr.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He played for he was a pitcher for the Braves, the Brewers. He played 10 years in the league. And his dad, actually, funny story, his dad wanted him to be a pitcher. He told him, he's like, go to baseball. There's no future for you in football. And he got drafted by the Mariners. Like, he was going to be in baseball. And then I think he said during, when he started going through, he's just like, you know what? Nah, I like football. I want to be a football player. So he brings all of his baseball mechanics into football.
Yeah.
So that's why this guy, like, if you see him, like, he'll run and then he'll just turn sideways and be able to fucking launch the ball, like as if he was a shortstop, like launching it across the field. Like, this guy's insane.
He's good.
He's really good.
He's
athletic. So I mean, I think he's the real deal. Everyone else picked the Chiefs. I mean, the Bengals may, shock them a little bit, but Andy Dalton always fucks up. The Red Rocket always kind of dies down a little bit, loses steam as it. Can't make it past the stratosphere, man. Can't make it past the stratosphere. Well, that's it for me in sports, guys.
Awesome, man. Thank you. All right. Well, we got another joint report today, and man, we're seeing one every week because, man, some exciting shit's happening. So let's get on with it.
Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
Well, this time I got this article from USA Today saying how to buy legal marijuana in Canada by mail or in person if you're an adult. So, again, USAToday.com reports in Vancouver, few marijuana buyers will be able to purchase legal cannabis across Canada when legalization takes effect on Wednesday, which is tomorrow because we record this on Tuesday. With most provinces still adopting the rules necessary to make the system work and the rest proceeding cautiously. So, across Ontario, marijuana sales will be limited to mail order only.
Oh,
crazy, right?
What?
Meaning buyers in Toronto and Ottawa won't have access to weed in stores, which means no quick trips across the border from Detroit to Buffalo. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe they're discouraging that. But in British Columbia, only one store will be open this week. And it's 220 miles north of Vancouver.
Oh,
so you're probably
shit.
going to be freezing your balls off.
Yeah.
Right now.
I mean,
So-
everything's far as fuck in Canada, isn't it?
Yeah, well, so who can buy it? To buy or possess cannabis, you must be at least 18 and in some cases 19, depending on which province or territory you're in. Canadian law contains strict penalties for giving marijuana to minors. However, there's no residency restriction, which means Americans who meet the age requirement will be allowed to purchase pot in Canada.
Oh.
Where can I buy it, you may ask? Not a lot of places, at least at first. British Columbia will have only one store open Wednesday, and Ontario won't have any at all. Local governments across Canada are still developing and licensing.
Dispensaries.
I'm sorry, developing the licensing process for most stores. I've had a lot of whiskey.
Yep. Sure.
Although
have, buddy.
mail order marijuana will be widely available, and this is fucking mind-boggling. If you go the mail order route, expect to have to sign personally for the delivery, and expect only to be able to get 30 grams at a time. Only 30 grams at a fucking time. That's a lot of goddamn weed. That'll last me until it's legal to buy in a store for sure.
That's me a week.
Unless I take a few PTO days off. So what
Calling
can
out
you?
sick for a week.
So what can I buy? Smokable marijuana, commonly known as flower, will be the primary product available. Cannabis concentrates and vape juice will remain illegal while government health regulators explore their risks. Marijuana-infused foods, known as edibles, will be available in about a year. So that kind of sucks. But generally speaking, adults can possess up to 30 grams of dried marijuana and can also grow a small number of plants at home.
Jesus, they don't need edibles then. They can just do that shit themselves.
Yeah. And that just depends on the state or territory that you live in.
I mean, shit, just take like 5 grams out of that 30 grams, put it in a fucking pot, put it in butter, there you go.
You're
Very
done.
good.
You're
That's
done,
good.
son.
That's what we did in fucking Colorado.
Yes, sir. So what's it going to cost? It's pretty unclear, and the reason is that cannabis in Canada will generally be bought from growers by government-run distribution companies, which will then distribute it to both public and private stores. Retailers will be allowed to sell marijuana for whatever price they want, as long as it's above the wholesale price. And that will generally be about $7 to $5 per gram for top quality weed. Those retail prices will fluctuate based on the demand and availability. But for comparison, top quality weed available across the border in Washington State is selling for $10 to $12 US dollars per gram as retail. So if you're willing to make the trek to Canada, if you live close enough, you'll probably get it for a little cheaper.
I mean, I would if I lived in Washington. I mean, shit, fuck it. Why not?
So one of the questions that a lot of Americans and Canadians are asking is, where can I use it? And the country's existing anti-smoking laws also cover cannabis consumption, which will additionally be banned in cars and near schools, playgrounds, and parks. That means most consumption will be limited to private homes, at least until the government agrees to permit cannabis cafes and marijuana-friendly hotels.
Ooh.
Which will be pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
At least make it for some type of a destination.
I'm going to British Columbia, guys.
Now, as an American, the main question is, can I take it home with me to the U.S.?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
The answer is no. Marijuana remains a controlled substance in the United States, and the borders are guarded by federal agents. Keep that in mind. That means even if marijuana is legal in both Canada and Washington, which is borders Canada, Vermont or Maine, because that's on the opposite side of the country. For instance, you can't bring it across from one to the other.
Yeah. It's still federally legal.
Right. The Canadian government is putting up signs warning travelers not to cross international borders with cannabis, and border agents are being trained to remind travelers not to take it with them when they leave.
What does the sign say? Don't do it, eh?
Don't do it. Don't do it, comma,
eh.
Take it easy.
You may want to go back the other way. You don't want to take that weed over there.
I'll just smoke it all.
Right? Challenge accepted.
You can take it to LAX now.
You can take it. Yeah, we covered that a few podcasts ago, and dude, that's pretty exciting. If you're going state to state, that assuming the other state that you're going to allows.
So if you were to go to like between Colorado and California, you could carry it on in your carry-on, and I believe you can carry up to 8 grams. I believe it's like 8 grams, and
Dude,
like
we should start an airline that you no kids, but just like a weed airline.
Damn.
And then, dude, it'll just be like
hot box in there.
Chuck, we'll have a meeting after the show.
That makes millions of dollars.
So lining up, everybody.
It'll be called Hilarious Airlines.
There you go.
I think we got ourselves an idea.
Well, so one of the main questions is, why did Canada even bother legalizing it at this point? Canada has one of the highest rates of cannabis use in the world, particularly among youth and young adults. And Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, his Liberal government campaigned on a platform that included the legalization in an effort to address drug war disparities and recognize personal choice. Canadian officials say that 50% of all drug charges are cannabis related, which is I think that's the point here in the U.S. as well.
Yeah, it's pretty high. It's up there like that, similar to that.
The legalization also aims to curtail the country's rampant black market by shifting cannabis purchases to government-regulated stores with relatively low taxes. Those taxes will then be reinvested in communities. More than $70 million is being set aside for public education, awareness, and surveillance. So what does the legalization mean for the rest of the world? Canada's decision to legalize is being closely watched around the world by other countries that have been reluctant to be the first major nation to legalize, tax, and regulate cannabis. Canada's legalization plan also means extensive health research, with which experts say could change how we treat pain and other illnesses because of the CBD that we've been talking about so much on the show.
So they may be the starting point or the jumping off point for potentially us.
They're a pioneer, and keep in mind they're not the first country to legalize it, but they're the first world country to legalize it.
Yes.
Because marijuana has been illegal for decades globally. Relatively few peer-reviewed medical trials have been conducted because in the U.S. we can't scientifically research it because it's been illegal. So some good stuff may come of it, and man, good for them.
Hell yeah!
They're doing what they need to do, and God damn it, I wish
America
I was in Canada
Junior.
right now.
Why does Junior have to be better than Senior? How is that fair?
America's hat. Well, that's the joint report, everybody.
Smoke weed every day.
Okay, give me a second.
Well, now for our last segment, the music segment.
I said it here. I wanna rock.
Well, this segment is brought to you by Eargasm. Eargasm high-fidelity earplugs, already trusted by 100,000 customers and growing. Enjoy your favorite activities without worrying about damage to your ears. Keep the noise to a minimum, but still hear people talking and hear music with clarity. discreet design, and it comes with a lightweight aluminum case for easy transport. Click through the banner at foobarshow.com to get yours and help support the show. Eargasm, put it in your ear.
Put it in your ear. Just a tip.
Well, just put it in there. Yeah. Anyway, guys, Soaring Blackbirds. We're going to feature 3 of your guys' songs today. The first one being Already Gone. Mario.
Yes.
Pay attention, Mario.
He's watching the Dodgers.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so close.
It's 1-1, bottom of the 7th as
Austin
we
Barnes
speak
got
right
on-
now.
got on
Already
base.
Gone. Is there anything we should know about this first song that we're going to feature right now?
I think I finished the lyrics as I recorded the vocals. So
Oh, wow.
that's, under the gun, under pressure.
Hell yeah.
Cool, man. Well, let's check it out. Here we go.
All I ever wanted was a castle built the back of my dreams, answering the call. My darkest needs, my deepest screams. I know I'm not owed, nothing's easy. Can't get out of the way of self-doubt. Wild, I am feeling wild, electric crazy. I'm already gone, electric crazy. I'm already gone, electric crazy. I struggle to control my thoughts, so emotional. My needs collide with my want. My soul begins to bend. I keeping on, marching and getting strong, leaving the pain behind, living on the track. Wild, I am feeling wild, electric crazy. I'm already gone, electric crazy. I'm already gone, electric crazy. Comes over me. I quiet the screams. I leave the past behind. Still wild inside. Wild, I am feeling wild, electric crazy. I'm already gone, electric crazy. I'm already gone, electric crazy. Wild, 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 electric crazy. Wild, wild, electric crazy.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, man. That one.
All right.
That one's a good one. Now, when you guys usually write your set lists, where does this usually land on the set list?
Mario.
We've been closing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been.
Yeah, we've been closing with that.
Yeah, man, this one is strong.
Oh,
this
hell
is fucking
yeah.
strong. And one of the ones that really stood out to me was this next one that we're about to feature, Pretty Things. And is this one new, or am I just tripping?
No, it's not you.
Am I tripping?
No, yeah.
I'm just tripping.
A little bit. It's not
Whiskey.
new, but It usually gets buried in the set somewhere, but I figured out we had to play it a lot sooner in the set for me to sing.
This
it.
one stood out the last time I saw you guys play because it just has a good ending to it, man. Like it has a good chord structure, and I mean, I'll let everybody just listen to it. Here we go. Oh yeah. No, that's a good song, bro. What's that even about?
I think it was about trying to be positive one day instead of always saying, fuck this, fuck that, woe is me. And it's just like, you know what?
Yeah, just think about the pretty things.
Yeah, sometimes get your ass up early and go do something.
Right on.
Just
I
get
like
to
that.
work.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man.
That fits.
What does it mean to you, Chuck?
I like that song. It's fun. It's fun to play.
God damn it.
I'll tell you right now, like, being with these guys, I've been in punk rock bands, and, these guys are just rad, and it's fun to play, and it's fun to get out, and, we only practice once a week. It's unfortunate. We all got lives and work and stuff.
Yeah.
And, we'd like to get together, more than that, but that's like my therapy, like, so I love playing with these guys, and I'm lucky that they let me play with them, because there's 1,000 players better than me.
You can kind of tell with like the energy that comes out in the music. You could feel it, like it's enjoyable.
Oh, it's
like
fun.
That's what makes it enjoyable, because it feels fun. Like every single one of these songs, it's like energetic, and you just kind of fuck, man. You love. Oh, yeah. I like them, man.
And I got a 9-to-5, man, and everybody who's just like, yeah, you're in a band and you sing and play lead guitar and shit like that. I tell everybody, dude, like it keeps me sane.
Yeah,
It keeps me sane. There's like enough pressures in life to just kind of make you just go crazy, and this just kind of takes you away from it for a second.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for those people that they do the 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, whatever the hell. and they
Get a lunch break.
and they still have time.
Clock out for lunch.
Yeah, and they still have time to do what they what they love. Music, you guys, podcasts, and of course your band.
Yeah.
Acting, whatever. Writing a book or whatever. I give a lot of respect to those people.
Yeah, dude. It's not easy. I mean, when you have to maintain a couple projects here, and then on top of that, your actual job. It's nice to get away. There's something to it where it's just it's a particular breed of cat. I've said it. Like you never left that behind. You always try to stay youthful that way.
Right.
Absolutely.
You don't die internally because of it. You don't feel like you sold out to the men because
as much.
As much.
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
I mean, these days with the music industry the way it is,
Exactly.
you got to do what you got to do.
And we do it because we love it, right?
It's
first and foremost, you do it because you love it.
It's a labor of love.
So this last song, guys, Downer Road, is this one? How new is this one?
This one's actually one of the first ones we learned, I think, because it was the easiest to figure out. But this was, if the other songs were upbeat and positive, this is not that.
Appropriately named Downer Road. So let's check it out.
Guess I could say it's good to see you today. Watch another lion count the million men. We miss you at dinner tonight. Lucky to ask for you at dinner tonight.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. It wasn't as upbeat, but goddamn, it's still pretty goddamn good.
That's good shit, man.
Yeah, good shit, man.
Thanks,
good shit.
Well, anything else you guys want to promote? Say,
Go down the line, Mario. Promote.
promote, man.
I think we have a couple shows coming up. Caesar mentioned earlier.
Pixels, I think I said November 9th, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? No, I'm sorry. Characters, November 9th.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Friday.
Pomona.
And then the previous Sunday, which is November 2nd, I believe. That's at Pixels in Riverside. We're going to go on at 10 o'clock. And that's all we have right now.
All right.
And the album is coming out next summer.
Awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
looking forward
definitely
to that.
gonna get that for sure.
Thanks, man. Chuck?
No, thanks for having us. You
Yeah,
know.
thanks,
Oh man, yeah, thanks for coming
listen
on.
to
Joe,
Fallen Electric.
Josh.
Yeah, they're awesome. I miss Burt Reynolds. You know.
Oh, we all the bandit.
we all.
The bandit.
Yeah, you
goddamn
know, so you know, peace and love to him. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm still trolling on Facebook, Craigslist. If you guys want to find me? So.
On the personal section.
Yeah. No, still- my wife will be mad.
Misconnections.
My wife will be mad. You know, I'm down for anything once, dude. So check it out.
But seriously, man, thank you guys for having
Oh,
us
yeah.
here. Josh,
Yeah, thank you.
Joe,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
right on,
this
right on,
means a
man.
lot to us.
A lot
And
of fun.
aside from this, your band fucking kicks
Yeah.
ass as well.
Oh,
Man.
thank you
know
very
what I'm
much,
saying?
man.
Yeah.
Speaking of my band, we're playing
Glad you asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're playing on Friday at Boondocks in Corona, October 19th. Catch us there, an evening with the Fallen Electric.
Nice.
Should be a very good time with our drummer Richie.
Oh.
He's really coming up to speed, and man, it's fun. It's just fucking fun, man. But hey, man, thank you guys for coming on the show,
Yes,
man. It
thank you
means
guys
a
very
lot.
much.
We
It's
had a
awesome.
Dodger game in the background. It's been a fucking heart attack.
My
this
God,
whole time.
I need to go have like 3 dabs outside right now, just to ease my nerves.
Yeah, the dog isn't even having a good time.
Yeah,
He's over
no,
there
he's
like,
like,
oh,
let me
man.
in there, please.
Well, with that said, thank you all very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show. Thank you for downloading the pod on most major podcast apps, subscribing, and telling a friend like a champ. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's FOOBarshow.com. And FOOBar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll fill it up like a couple of foos. I've been Joe C.
I've been Jeff.
And for Mario, Caesar, and Chuck, and Gabe, since he wasn't here, from the Soaring Blackbirds, say, don't be